Dr. Abel Damina is in the news again, this time around attacking Paul Eneche to the full. This one is a battle. I think all Nigerians should come on board and separate this fight because it's getting tensions, right? Now let's go into the video and see what exactly he said about Paul Eneche. He went so deep this time, very much deep. I won't lie about that. Very, very deep. Let's go.
What's the issue you have? Because a lot of people say you have issues with Pastor Eneche. I mean, is there any problem?
I don't have any issues with him. I was teaching years ago in a ministers' conference.
Yes.
And I was teaching the pastors, and I told them an illustration. I used Eneche's illustration, how that he used to be under me, working in my branch church in Jos.
Yes.
Under Reverend Joshua Talena.
Oh, he's your boy?
Yes, under Reverend Joshua Talena, actually.
Wow.
Joshua Talena is my boy. He grew up under me with Paul Odola and all of them. And then I was giving the illustration of how he wanted to go into ministry.
Okay.
But he decided to go to the UK for for master's degree with his wife.
Okay.
But he didn't know anybody in London.
Okay.
Now, Becky's mother, the wife's mother, was the treasurer of our church in Jos for years, her mother. In fact, we played a role in making the mother allow them get married because there was a little opposition. And I know I spoke to the mother personally. But that by the side. So I was giving this illustration of how he came to me. And he said, if I have people in the UK that can give him scholarship, him and his wife want to go and read masters. So that when they come back from the UK, they can start medical missions from village to village and all of that. So I told him, okay, they gave me the letters. I still have copies of the letters. So I said, okay, I'll pray about it and I'll talk to you guys. I gave them my guest house, they stayed. My guest room, they stayed. I prayed that night. And in the morning, the Spirit of God spoke to me that no, he shouldn't go to London. He should go and start ministry now. And I woke up in the morning and I called him and the wife and I told them and I prayed for them. And he said to me, but he doesn't know where to go. And I said, I hear Abuja in my mind. Pray about it. And he said, okay, but I don't have anybody in Abuja. And I told him, when you get to Abuja, when you get to Jos, go to Abuja, arrive early in the morning. Just do evangelism on the streets. As you begin to preach, you will come across somebody who will receive the gospel and give you a place to stay. And exactly like I said, it happened. So I was giving that illustration and I mentioned all of that. Then after a few years, I began to hear that they were saying that I didn't ordain Paul Eneche, that Paul Eneche doesn't know me, that I'm envious is because his church is bigger than mine. That's why I'm trying to identify with him by force. And all those talks began to come out. And then people started asking those questions again. And I said, I have nothing to benefit in saying I used to know Paul Eneche. I ordained him in February 1996 in Uyo Power City on the 7th.
Oh, wow.
7th February 1996. The guest speaker that preached that day before I ordained him is Archbishop Isaac Idahosa.
Wow.
Who was the vice presidential candidate of NNPP. He preached that day. Panampesi Paul sang.
Wow.
With his team. Aide was there. Tom Moses was there. They sang before I ordained him. So it was not done at the back. It was done right in front of people. There are members in my church today who were there when it happened. Lawyers, doctors, they were all there on that day in February 1996. And then he went to Abuja and started the church. And when the church was to move into Sheraton, because they had a guy called Adamu who received Eneche, gave him a place to stay in Abuja. His name is Adamu. And this Adamu of a guy sponsored for them to move into Sheraton because the parlor they were using was no more enough. So when they moved into Sheraton and got the smallest room in Sheraton that takes 80 people, he called me to come and preach. I went to Mina to preach for somebody. I had to come back to Abuja to come and preach for him. And on my way, I took Archbishop John Praise and Bishop Jonas Katung. They are ministers, they are still alive. They came with me and I preached for him in that 18-people service. Then after that, we arranged a conference where I went to Abuja in 1997, January. And I preached. And after the preaching, Archbishop Idahosa was with me. Archbishop started telling them, all of you need to come to Uyo for Power Word Convention in February. Because then all the people that submit to me spiritually, when I'm doing my convention, they come from all with their church members to attend. You understand? So when they began to say that I didn't ordain him and all kinds of things began to fly, I just went to my archives And I pulled out the first video and I threw it out. Videos don't lie. And I have others. But I didn't want to get to that level.
Did he say you did or he said you didn't?
He has not said I did or I didn't. But his friend Ibiome in Port Harcourt said I lied, I'm a thief. They say I'm a rat. That rats don't give birth to giants. And so last Sunday I said to them, and they forget that it's a small David with stone that killed the giant Goliath. I have nothing to benefit from that story other than putting the record straight.
What's the issue with Ibiome that you have? Because for him to have replied like that, it seems he's really angry at you.
Maybe the tithe, the transactionary gospel. You know, I have many enemies now because of that. Yeah. But I have no worries. I'm not bitter, I'm not angry. I just need to put the record straight so everybody will see what is there and what is not there.
Do you think they are angry, Ibiome and the rest of them, much respect to him, and plenty other pastors? Do you think that most of them that are visibly angry and it's coming out on social media, which everybody's saying, do you think they are angry because they think you are spoiling the gospel, because they believe that, oh, how can he be fighting the body of Christ?
When I was preaching that gospel, I was a master in that gospel. Some of them is my template they are using.
Yes, because there are videos of you saying that if you don't pay your tithes, devourers will come for you.
I was Baba. That gospel. Most of them is from me. They learned. When I started ministry, BMA had not become born again. He had not been born again when I started. He was still in Sele.
At least Dr. Abel Damina was honest. At least he was honest. But guys, do you think that preview, the information he gave out, is necessary? Because you know what I don't like? Men of God fighting against men of God. I don't really like. I don't condone. And so you see that some of the stories I make about this person attacking this person, I try and pass fair judgments because that's not the main goal. The main purpose is for Christians to live in unity, including pastors. If you are a pastor, it doesn't make you more than a Christian. You are a Christian. We are all Christians. We are all part of the body of Christ. Who am I to say this one is right, this one is wrong? No, I'm nobody. I'm not sitting on the judgment seat of God. No. But this is what I mean. We have to be fair as Christians. Okay. Now, Abel Damina talked about how he helped Paul Eneche. They were trying to go to the UK. They were trying to do this. They were trying to do that. He guided him. He's like a mentor. See, the truth of the matter is if whatever doctor is saying is true, then that is fine. At one point, he's become your mentor. That is to Paul Eneche. If whatever Dr. Abel Damina is saying is true, he's becoming your mentor at a point. You might not have called him your spiritual father for whatever reasons you have, but he's become a mentor at a point. He guided you. He's like, okay, go this way, do this. Don't go to UK. Don't go there. I hear God telling me you should just stay at Abuja or whatever. This is how you're going to go about it. Go on the streets. Start evangelizing, right? Evangelize. And definitely, and he gave him a prophecy. You will meet someone who is going to give you a location, a place to, those kind of things, right? He gave every detail. Now, I trust you have also heard the side of Paul Eneche. But what I am trying to say here is that you don't need to come and blow all of this information out. We all need to live diligently and give honor to whom honor is due. We as Christians, this doesn't call for fights. It calls for honor and respect. And if Paul Eneche is saying, okay, this man that didn't help him in any way or something like that, then that's fine. But trust me, what I'm going to say is that all these things, giving information to the public, some of people who are not even Christians that I'm seeing right there, getting this information is needless. It's a matter of we as Christians being diligent enough, giving respect to each other, and giving honor to whom honor is due. That won't take something from you. It won't take anything from you at all. So that's what I'm going to say about this. My name is Trader Nixon. I love to break down gospel messages like this. Make sure you subscribe, share, like this video, put us on post notification. Thank you guys. I'm out.